All right, ready to dive into some serious personal finance?
Yeah, let's do it.
Today, we're tackling Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover.
A classic.
It's a roadmap to, well, a total money makeover, but we're going to break it down, pull out those key insights.
Get it digestible.
Exactly.
You know, one thing that jumps out at me about Ramsey is his conviction, his unwavering belief in his plan.
Yeah, he's not mincing words.
No, not at all. He's seen it work for millions, and he's not shy about calling out those who disagree.
It's almost like he embraces the criticism.
It's fuel for him.
Proof he's shaking things up, challenging the status quo.
Exactly. He's not afraid to rattle some cages.
And it's not just talk, right? This guy's a two-time millionaire, and the second time, he did it using his own plan.
Walking the walk, for sure.
So he dives right in, tackling these financial myths, things we kind of accept as truth.
Like debt consolidation.
Yeah, combining all your debts into one.
Seems logical, right?
Makes it easier to manage, maybe.
But Ramsey, he calls it a Band-Aid, not a cure.
Why is he so against it? On the surface, it makes sense.
He argues it just masks the real problem. Overspending.
You're shuffling debt around, not addressing the root cause.
Exactly. It's like putting a fancy bandage on a broken leg. Feels better for a minute, but you're not fixing the break.
Okay, that's a good analogy.
Then there's co-signing loans.
Ooh, yeah, helping someone out.
Ramsey, he compares it to setting your money on fire.
Wow, that's intense. Why is he so against it?
Because if the person you co-sign for defaults, you're on the hook.
You're responsible for the debt.
Yep, huge risk. Could wreck your own credit score.
So think twice before you play the hero.
Right, unless you're ready to handle the fallout.
Then rent to own.
Oh, yeah. Seems like an easy way to get what you need.
Small payments.
But Ramsey, he calls it predatory.
Preying on people.
People who want it now end up paying way too much in the long run.
Those easy payments can become a trap.
Absolutely. Quicksand.
And car leasing.
Oh, yeah. Another target.
He says it's the most expensive way to drive a car.
Especially when you factor in depreciation.
He really drives that point home with that analogy, throwing a $100 bill out the window every week.
If you're leasing a new car, that's basically what you're doing.
Makes you think twice about that shiny new car smell, doesn't it?
Yeah. The allure fades when you see the real cost.
Then there's credit cards.
The plastectomy?
He's not a fan.
Well, he acknowledges they can be useful.
If used responsibly.
But the danger is falling into that debt trap.
He's all about debit cards.
Spend what you have, not what you hope to have.
Makes sense. Helps you stay grounded.
So how does all this connect to the 2008 economic crisis?
Big question, right?
Well, Ramsey sees it as a direct result of these unsustainable practices.
Overspending, easy credit.
A house of cards.
Waiting to collapse.
And when it did, well, we all saw what happened.
Foreclosures, job losses, a total meltdown.
Like that turkey flying in a tornado, right?
One of Ramsey's best lines.
Things might seem fine in the short term, but eventually, reality hits.
But it's not just about the mechanics of money, is it? There's a deeper element to his philosophy.
Absolutely. He says personal finance is 80% behavior, not just knowledge.
It's about your mindset, your emotions.
Emotional and spiritual intelligence.
Knowing what to do isn't enough.
You got to have the discipline to follow through.
And that's where his Total Money Makeover plan comes in.
The roadmap to financial fitness, as he calls it.
It's not a magic bullet.
No, it takes work, commitment, a willingness to change your behavior.
It's a journey, right?
A structured path towards lasting financial peace.
And he lays out that path in those famous 7 baby steps.
Each step builds on the previous one.
Creating a solid foundation for financial well-being.
Step by step.
Okay, so let's break down these baby steps.
Starting with baby step 1.
The foundation.
A $1,000 emergency fund.
Why the urgency to get this done first? It's a relatively small amount.
It's about establishing a sense of control, a safety net.
Even if it's just for those small, unexpected expenses.
Exactly. It's a psychological boost.
Like that story of Maria, framing her $1,000 and hanging it on the wall.
Talk about motivation.
So, once you've got that initial safety net in place, what's next?
Baby step 2. Tackling your debt.
Head on.
With the debt snowball method.
I've heard of this, starting with the smallest debt, regardless of interest rates.
It's more about psychology than math.
Those small wins build momentum.
Exactly. Like knocking down dominoes.
Creates a sense of accomplishment, keeps you going.
And as you progress, you start to see real results.
It's like watching those pounds melt away on a scale.
You're literally shrinking your debt load with every payment.
And it's not just credit cards, right?
No, any consumer debt.
Yeah.
Car loans, personal loans, anything.
But not the mortgage yet.
That comes later.
For now, it's about eliminating that consumer debt, building financial stamina.
Right, clearing the way for bigger goals.
Okay, so you've conquered those initial debts, feeling good.
You've reached a milestone.
What's next?
A fully funded emergency fund.
Wait, another one.
This time, it's bigger. 3 to 6 months of living expenses.
Whoa, that's a big jump from our initial $1,000.
It is, but remember, you've freed up all that money you were throwing at those debt payments.
So now those funds go towards a more robust safety net.
Exactly, a financial fortress.
Protecting you from life's unexpected twists and turns.
Job loss, medical emergency, whatever comes your way.
But why 3 to 6 months? Seems like a lot.
It's about achieving true security, weathering those storms without resorting to debt.
So you're not constantly playing catch-up.
Right. You're building a solid foundation for your future.
Like the difference between running a marathon with a sprained ankle versus a healthy one?
You might finish either way, but one's a lot more painful.
Okay, I get it. Preparation is key.
And that's the beauty of these baby steps, building strength gradually.
So you're not just tackling your finances, you're building confidence, resilience.
Empowering you to believe you can achieve your goals.
It's a transformation.
Goes beyond just balancing a checkbook.
You realize you have more control than you thought?
And that's a powerful feeling.
So once you've reached this level of financial security, what's next?
Baby step 4, investing 15% of your income for retirement.
The long game.
Exactly.
Retirement might seem far off, but it sneaks up on you.
It does.
But why 15%? What's so special about that number?
It's a balance. Building a nest egg while still allowing for other goals.
And he's big on starting early.
To take advantage of compound interest.
I've heard that term, but I'm not sure I fully understand it.
It's like a snowball effect.
Your earnings generate more earnings.
The earlier you start, the bigger that snowball gets.
Okay, starting to see the picture.
And where does he recommend putting this 15% growth stock mutual funds?
He's not a fan of risky investments.
Yeah, no, he wants you to make calculated, informed decisions.
So you're being strategic, not gambling with your retirement.
Exactly.
And that 15% comes from your gross income, right?
Before taxes.
Might seem like a lot, but you've eliminated those debt payments.
You have more breathing room in your budget now.
It's like giving yourself a raise, but instead of spending it, you're investing in your future.
Imagine reaching retirement without money worries.
That's the dream.
Traveling, spending time with loved ones, pursuing your passions.
Without financial constraints.
Freedom.
Makes it all seem more attainable, doesn't it?
It's a path, a process.
Okay, debt tackled, emergency fund built, investing for retirement. What's next?
Baby step 5, college savings.
Uh-oh, the dreaded college fund.
A big one for many families.
The college costs are skyrocketing.
But Ramsey stresses planning ahead, even if your kids are young.
Never too early to start.
Right. He's a fan of ESAs and 529 plans.
Those specialized savings accounts.
With tax advantages and growth potential.
So they're designed to boost those college savings.
But he acknowledges not everyone can save a fortune.
So what then?
Explore other options. Scholarships, grants, even part-time jobs for the kids.
Finding a solution that fits your family's situation.
Exactly.
It's about giving your kids a quality education without drowning in student loan debt.
And he encourages creativity.
Thinking outside the box.
Maybe tuition reimbursement programs or trade schools.
There are many paths to success.
And the most important thing is teaching kids financial responsibility.
A gift that lasts a lifetime.
Absolutely.
So debt, emergency fund, retirement, college, we're on a roll.
Making progress.
2 more baby steps to go.
We've covered a lot of ground already.
Explored the core principles, building a strong foundation.
Step by step.
I don't know about you, but I'm feeling more financially empowered already.
It's about taking control, isn't it?
Instead of feeling controlled by our finances.
Exactly.
And that's what Ramsey's all about. Empowerment, creating a brighter future.
For ourselves and our families.
So, are you ready to continue this journey?
2 more baby steps to conquer.
The view from the top is going to be amazing.
Let's do it. Now we're getting to what might be the most emotionally satisfying part of Ramsey's plan.
Oh, you're talking about baby step 6, right? Paying off the mortgage early?
Exactly. Imagine that feeling. Owning your home free and clear.
No more mortgage payments?
No more interest accruing every month.
Like a weight lifted off your shoulders.
Financial freedom.
But there's this common belief that you should hold onto your mortgage for the tax deduction?
Yeah, Ramsey calls that stupid math.
Really? Why?
He argues that the interest you pay over the life of the loan far outweighs any potential tax benefits.
So, you're losing money in the long run just for a small tax break each year.
It might seem counterintuitive, but the math speaks for itself.
Okay, I see his point.
And he's really cautious about those complex mortgage products.
You mean like adjustable rate mortgages, those things?
Yeah, or balloon loans, anything unpredictable.
He calls those ticking time bombs, right?
Exactly. 1 minute things are fine, the next, your payments skyrocket.
You're scrambling to keep up.
He advocates for simplicity and stability.
A fixed rate mortgage.
Ideally a 15-year term.
To minimize the interest you pay.
Pay down the principal faster, build equity more quickly.
Accelerate your path to full homeownership.
Exactly, it's a focused approach.
So what happens when that mortgage is finally paid off?
Celebration time.
I bet. You've reached a major milestone.
And that brings us to baby step 7.
The final step.
Build wealth and give.
Sounds pretty epic.
It's like reaching the summit of your financial mountain.
You can finally enjoy the view.
Enjoy the fruits of your labor.
But is it just about accumulating wealth at this point?
Well, Ramsey talks about reaching a pinnacle point.
Where your money is working harder than you are.
You've built up enough wealth that it generates income passively,
Like a well-oiled machine.
allowing you to focus on other things.
It's that feeling of coasting downhill after a long bike ride.
You put in the effort, now you can relax and enjoy the scenery.
But there's more to it, right?
A key part of baby step 7 is giving back.
Using your wealth for good.
Ramsey believes true wealth isn't just about accumulating money.
It's about making a difference.
Being generous with your time, talents, and resources.
Supporting charities, helping those in need, leaving a legacy. It's about using your financial freedom to create a positive impact.
Exactly. That's what I find so compelling about Ramsey's approach.
It's not just about financial success. It's about aligning your money with your values.
Living a life of purpose.
And he shares so many inspiring stories in the book.
People who have transformed their lives using his plan.
Like that couple who downsized and paid off $57,000 of debt in 6 months.
Gazelle intensity at its finest.
Now hold on, I know we've mentioned that term, but what exactly is gazelle intensity?
It's Ramsey's term for laser-like focus and intense effort towards achieving a financial goal.
Like a gazelle being chased by a lion.
You've got to move, and you got to move fast.
Okay, so it's about attacking your goals with everything you've got.
No half measures.
What about those stories of people facing bankruptcy? Those who are really struggling?
He tells the story of a couple who filed for bankruptcy 3 times.
Wow, that's tough.
But they found hope through his plan.
Showing that no matter how bad things get, there's always a path to recovery.
It's never too late to turn things around.
And that story of Maria framing her $1,000, such a powerful image.
A constant reminder of her commitment.
Changing your mindset, that's key.
And Ramsey's great at blending practical advice with humor and motivation.
Like that line, don't take financial advice from broke people.
It's blunt, but true.
You wouldn't take fitness advice from someone who's never exercised.
Exactly. It's about finding credible sources.
And who can forget, it's just a car. Dynamite the logjam.
He's talking about those emotional attachments we have to our cars.
Even when those car payments are holding us back.
It's about being rational, breaking free from those emotional traps.
Sometimes you gotta make tough choices.
To achieve your goals.
And one of my favorite Ramsey quotes, live like no one else so later you can live like no one else.
It's about embracing sacrifice in the short term for long-term freedom.
Delaying gratification, investing in your future.
It's a mindset shift.
But Ramsey doesn't just leave you with advice and quotes.
He provides resources to support you.
Like his Financial Peace University program.
A comprehensive program that delves into his principles in a group setting.
Providing support and accountability.
And his Financial Peace budgeting software.
Helps you track spending, create a realistic budget, stay on track.
These are just a few of the tools he's developed.
To help people achieve financial peace.
It's like an entire ecosystem for financial transformation.
You're not just reading a book, you're joining a movement.
A community of people committed to taking control of their money.
And what strikes me is the simplicity of his plan.
He breaks down complex concepts into manageable steps.
Like a recipe. Follow the steps, get the results.
But consistency and discipline are key.
It's not about perfection, it's about progress.
One day at a time.
And as you work through those baby steps, you see the results.
Debt decreases, savings increase, confidence grows.
It's a gradual transformation.
But it's undeniable.
And his plan isn't just for the wealthy or the financially savvy.
It's for anyone willing to put in the effort.
Regardless of income or background.
Everyone deserves financial peace.
And his plan provides a clear path to get there.
It's like he's saying, look, I've been there, I made the mistakes, But you don't have to.
He's like a relatable financial mentor.
Guiding you through the challenges, celebrating the victories.
And as you reach that final baby step, building wealth and giving, it's about more than just money,
It's about living a life of abundance.
where your finances align with your values.
And you're using your resources to make a positive impact.
It's about leaving a legacy.
For your family and for the world.
So we've walked through the 7 baby steps.
Seen how Ramsey's plan can transform your finances and your life. But I want to leave you with a thought.
Okay, hit me with it.
Could achieving real financial security be more about changing our relationship with money?
Then simply acquiring knowledge.
Is it a deeper shift in mindset?
That's a great question.
It makes you think, doesn't it?
There might be more to this journey than just following steps.
There might be. And that's something we can explore further.
As we wrap up our deep dive into Dave Ramsey's Total Money Makeover, I keep thinking about that question, about changing our relationship with money.
Yeah, it's a big one.
We've talked about the baby steps, the debt snowball, all those practical strategies.
I'm nuts and bold.
But is there something deeper, something more fundamental?
I think Ramsey would say so.
Remember how he emphasizes that personal finance is 80% behavior?
Not just knowledge.
It's about our mindset, our emotions,
Yeah.
those deep-seated beliefs about money.
Like that quote, money is a terrible master, but an excellent slave.
Powerful imagery.
And if you will live like no one else, later you can live like no one else.
It's about making choices, being intentional.
Exactly. Our beliefs drive our actions, even when we're not aware of it.
Think about those success stories in the book.
The people who truly transform their financial lives,
They're not just following rules, they've changed their thinking.
they've embraced a new perspective.
The idea of delaying gratification, being more mindful about spending,
It's not about keeping up with the Joneses anymore.
it's about achieving security, peace of mind.
Freedom to live a life aligned with your values.
And that's where I see the connection to baby step 7, building wealth and giving.
It's not about hoarding. It's about recognizing that abundance can be a force for good.
Using your resources to make a difference.
Exactly. That's where the real transformation happens.
When you move beyond managing money to mastering it,
It becomes a tool for positive change, not a source of stress.
it's about aligning your financial choices with your purpose.
Powerful stuff.
But for our listener, someone on their own financial journey, how do they achieve that kind of shift?
Well, first, examine those deep-seated beliefs about money.
Where did they come from?
Are they serving you or are they holding you back?
Because if you're carrying around beliefs like, I'll never be good with money,
Or money is the root of all evil.
those beliefs will sabotage your efforts.
It's like trying to run a race with a backpack full of rocks.
Yeah, shed that baggage.
Then focus on setting clear financial goals.
What do you want to achieve with your money?
What kind of life do you want to create?
Having that vision makes those daily choices so much easier.
Whether it's cutting back on expenses or investing in your future.
It all becomes clearer.
It's about making conscious choices that support your goals and values.
Maybe it's spending less on clothes so you can save for a vacation.
Or donating to a cause you care about.
Aligning your spending with what truly matters.
And remember, you don't have to do this alone.
Find support. A financial advisor, a trusted friend, a community.
Like the one Ramsey has built.
There are people who want to see you succeed.
Who want to help you achieve financial peace and live a life of abundance.
It's about finding those resources that empower you.
We've taken a deep dive into Total Money Makeover.
Explored the practical steps and the deeper mindset shifts.
I hope we've shown that it's about more than just money.
It's about aligning your finances with your values.
And using your resources to create a life of purpose and fulfillment.
It's been an inspiring journey. And for our listener, I hope this deep dive has sparked some new ideas.
A renewed sense of possibility.
What resonated with you most? What will you do differently?
Take action, take control, and start building that financial future.
A future that aligns with your dreams.
Thanks for joining us on this deep dive.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep diving deep.